I've got a lot more to evaluate Mike McCarthy in the playoffs. See what he does in the playoffs.
Well,
I
I give
I I, I got I got them to beat the Buccaneers, folks. I got them to beat the
I'm
Buccaneers.
I'm going Brady and the Bucks, but that's just that's me. Um, I like what the Lions GM said about Brad Holmes said with about Jared Goff. Given how they turned that season around, and I
Hmm.
didn't and Goff looked awful at the beginning, and it just slowly turned. Goff
Chemistry,
or Brad,
man.
yeah, Brad
Chemistry.
Holmes, the GM's Brad Holmes said, I never really deemed Jared Goff a bridge quarterback, and that should say that to me that says that says a lot for Jared Goff
Hmm.
because let's be real, he struggled for 2 seasons.
Right.
He struggled a
Well,
little last year,
well,
and I get that. I
everybody
get
was
that
look.
you're coming off of you're coming from Sean McVay and the
Well,
Rams to
everybody
this.
was looking at that trade. You do the trade, and the guy goes and wins the damn Super Bowl. Now you're
But
looking at this year. The team is eliminated. They almost got in. They actually he looked
and look
good.
at Goff's numbers though. Goff in 2022, 65.1% of his passes completed,
Hmm.
4,438 yards, 29 to 7 touchdown to interception ratio, and a 99.3 passer rating. That's the best that I've seen him in a long time. And they said the Goff helped the Lions finish above 500 for the first time since 2017. Now that doesn't seem like a long time ago, but for in football terminal years, that's like
Yeah,
eons.
yeah, that is. Yeah, that is.
That's like eons. Um, that combination of results and the GM's evaluation of the draft quarterbacks. See, and I think, and the fact that he said that, and the draft this year, I've looked at it. The draft this year is stacked. Hey,
What's going
Crow,
on,
what's going on,
Crow?
buddy?
What's going on, Crow? You know what?
This
And if
draft
you look
is,
at the beginning of the game, they beat themselves. Those were
yeah,
games that they could have won in the beginning, and
yeah.
then they kind of, and then they. So I think you just need to get pieces, man. You got to
Well,
get some
look,
pieces to fit
well,
in there.
and look how they did. They went 3-13-1 last year. Ended up with the second overall pick.
Right.
They got Aiden Hutchinson, who
Hmm.
definitely made an
Hmm.
impact with them
Yes,
for
he
them.
did.
I mean,
Yeah.
and now look where they are. The offense finished sixth in passing yards per game and fifth in passing yards per play. That's a big difference for the last couple of years that they've been struggling. I've said this before that they eventually them and Jacksonville, those were my two teams that I think were gonna turn it around. And I think we would definitely see that next season. I think those are going to be your teams, and maybe possibly New York Jets. I think the three teams that were the laughing stocks will now be teams that you're not going to be able to second guess.
I